welcome back to FTB Insanity. Alright. Well, okay, last time out, got the tree farms going and so on, and I did get a third one set up, and I figured out a few things that I needed to change on these things. I had forgotten that this thing outputs sand to the sides, and it apparently chooses a side at random, apparently sometimes. And this thing outputs logs to the side, not just to the top. It outputs saplings and apples to the top, but it outputs the logs to the side. And so I had to put this on here to go ahead and get logs to show up in here. And I needed to do something here because of the sand. Put a diamond pipe here, send sand and apples that come out through that side up there to be sent over this way, and that's working great. And then just put a basic pipe here and put my supplier pipe over there to handle the hummus and sapling requests to keep that machine stocked. And once I got that figured out and so on, I did the same changes over here, and it's working great. They're hooked up. All the plumbing is underneath, and it's just working good. Producing a good amount of wood and saplings and apples and whatnot, although none of the apples are being requested because, as I understand it, these logistics pipes are going to route stuff from the closest source. And still yet, that thing, even if it was close enough to provide, is not producing enough apples to meet the demand. You see how fast they're coming out of here. And yeah, I'm going to be working on something to do something about that. The first thing I want to attend to, however, is this monstrosity right here. And this is going to make a little bit of a mess to start with, but let's break off some of this stuff that I have figured out is not necessary. Don't need that either. Don't need that. Don't need that. And I don't care if it falls down. Goodbye. Okay. Alright. Now, this is the crafting pipe. Boom. Let's get that off of there. And put it over here where I should have placed it to begin with. Alright, I am going to actually needs a little bit of mulch, and I've got a little bit going on here. I'll have to say what I'm doing. Let's see, no mulch in here. Well, there's 8 dirt, however. Alright, so yeah, alright, I'm just going to manually make one set and then teach this thing all over again about the dirt that I didn't bring enough of. Alright, set this up. 8 dirt, 1 mulch equals 9 of those. Alright, that part's good. And now I'll get my stone pipes, connect to that. Bring it down, hook that up, bang. That's going to be so much better right there by itself. This, just hook it straight up to this. Alright, now let me see, what is this pipe? That's a provider. That part is good. Let's get just a basic pipe. Put a basic pipe there. And this is going to be the default place for hummus to go. If you don't have any other place to send it, it goes there. That way it's at a default position for, this is a place for extra hummus to go. If it makes, you know, it's going to craft it time at a time. If it only needs 3, then the other 6 will end up in here. And this is the pipe that connects over to the actual farms. This is a whole lot neater, and therefore I don't need this chest at all. That's better. This is neater and easier. I set this thing on that pipe and used the chest dodge because I didn't realize that this thing is actually making that stuff really kind of fast. So it doesn't need this dodge because it's making it fast enough to satisfy the pipe right away. Okay. Now, over here, this thing, producing these 8 squeezers, producing mulch so fast that this chest was going to fill to overflowing, and I've taken like half a chest several times and dumped it over the side manually. And then I decided, let's change this up a little bit. So I rearranged these iron pipes. I put a pipe down here, and I ended up putting another one down here, changing the iron pipes so that, as you can see, all of the mulch that comes from 1, 2, 3, 4 machines on this side is automatically being dumped overboard. And I was still getting an extra. I was still getting this stuff piling up, building up in this chest. And so I routed 3 more machines. It ended up being 3 more machines worth of mulch being routed to be dumped overboard. That's better. So basically what I've got here is 8 squeezers, and the mulch output from just one of them is enough to keep this thing satisfied, to keep it at the same level, to keep it actually increasing in level, even though there are 3 fermenters using mulch, because remember I turned off one of them, and 3 tree farms using mulch to make hummus. Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is to reduce the demand on the apple supply. Is I'm going to start experimenting here. I'm going to go down below here, and whoa, lag burst. Don't like that over the void. I am going to start shutting these things down. Like there. There's one turned off right now. And I'm going to wait, see what effect that has on the supply of apple juice. If the thing maintains the full tank with one of them shut down, after 5 or 10 minutes, I'll go down there and shut down another one. And I'll keep doing that until shutting one down causes the apple juice supply to drop, and then I'll turn that one back on and leave the rest of them off for the time being until I don't need them. So, okay, we're better there. Apple supply is still being hit pretty hard, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to do something here. We've got 8 dark matter to do it with. Great. Alright, so I'm going to break all of these. Get all of these collectors and antimatter relays down. Now this is just a temporary take them down. I'm going to be upgrading because, yeah, upgrading and increasing the number of. Alright, Kleinstar, dark matter, boom. Alright, we've got 5 antimatter relays, we've got 7 energy collectors. Now I've got 17 collectors. Alright, now let's see. How much dark matter can I pull? 4. Alright, that's good. It's a partial upgrade to start with. Alright. If I recall correctly, I'm going to need some glass. Is there some glass in here? Yes. I I'm also going to need some glowstone. And I'm going to need some more EMC, but I can run over here and I can grab almost a stack of diamond block and have plenty. Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's get some more dark matter. Ooh, 34 dark matter. That's cool. Alright. Dark matter. More glowstone. Actually, give me some of that dark matter back. Don't need that much of it in there. And you're locked on matter, aren't you? There. Switch over to energy. I want some more glowstone. Okay. Put that in here. Put this in there. That's collector Mark II. Let's get all 17 of them. Let's get some more glowstone. Okay. Alright, we'll get this straightened out here. Alright. Put it together again here. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, that's all 17 of them. Great. Now let's see. Obsidian. Oh, wait a minute. There was some right there. Bang. Alright, that's 5 energy collectors and 17 of the 17 energy collectors and 5 relays. So we pop one up. Oh no. There. Add one of those. Shift click there. And collectors all around it. Antimatter relays down here. Whoops. Shift click. And then collectors on every exposed antimatter relay face. There. Wait a minute. Oh, of course. Bang. And now some glowstone. You stay there. All right. Glowstone on top of each collector. Technically, they don't necessarily need it, but just for completion's sake, yeah. All right. Now, that stuff is coming in a whole lot faster. 17 energy collectors, 5 energy, antimatter relays, and 1 energy condenser. This is a full-blown power flower. Cool. And it'll be even cooler when I tear these things down again and use them to make the Mark III red matter versions. Yeah. You know what I didn't do, and I'm going to tear one of each of these down. And I'm going to make sure the transmutation table knows about these versions of them. Yeah. There. Okay. So, collector. No. Condenser, and then collector. There. There we go. That is a thing of beauty. That's great. Okay, another thing I'm going to make is just out of pure selfishness, because I have come to despise the rain. And I know a way to get rid of it. We take 3 dark matter, 6 buckets of lava, and that gets the Vulcanite amulet. And we get the empty buckets back, which I will put away later. This thing, for one thing, it makes you immune to lava, and it lets you create lava source anytime you want. And also, if you've got it on there and you hit R, you fire that thing into the sky when it's raining, and the rain stops. Which is really handy when it starts raining in the early part of the daytime and you have to wait a whole Minecraft day to get to night so that you can sleep and get rid of the rain. No more. Plus, it will be handy for providing lava sources later on. Okay. The power situation, I need to run this fuel pipe underneath. And I'm going to reroute that underneath, and I'll probably go ahead and do that between episodes. What I want to do now is get things situated so that I can start running a lot of lasers. Because there is one of these objectives up here that, let's see, it's this one. Gated logic. A lot of this stuff is going to require making stuff in the assembly table with those lasers. And, well, let's see. I guess we'll get some redstone. Get a couple of stacks of it. I'm going to need these anyway. I want to rearrange where the stuff is, though, a little bit. You could give me a few inventory slots anyway. There. Come on. All right. I'm going to move this just a little bit. I want the chest to be down here. Yeah. And the assembly table can go there. I'm going to end up moving at least 2 of the lasers. Let's see. Give me the conductive pipes. Pop the lasers back on. That's better. And I'm going forward. I'll end up having more lasers extending upwards. I can't put any in the middle though, because if I do, that will allow the power to go in a circle, and you really don't want to do that in Buildcraft pipes. I don't remember exactly about this version. I know in later versions that will cause a pipe to explode. And no, explosions are not good. I don't care what anybody says, explosions are not a good thing. Alright, so get me some more conductive pipes so that I can fix that up. And while I'm at it, get my obsidian, get me the dark matter, get me some diamond. Drop those in there, put the obsidians back in. I forgot to feed it redstone dust. Oh. And oh. There. Alright, that's a good start. Hooking this up, let's see. Alright, conductive pipe. I'm going to run it up at least that high. And then we'll just load this up with lasers. And then if I go ahead here, all right, hook up power to it, and then throw a stack of redstone in there, tell it to make redstone chipsets. The lasers come on. Red means they're at low power, yellow is better, green is good power. Ideally, you want those lasers to be blue. And the fact that they are not means that I need more power. And so that's going to mean I'm going to have to go ahead and set up, say, 3 more pumps and 3 more sets of 3 combustion engines. And the power output from those will be routed exclusively over to the lasers and not used for anything else. And because otherwise, the less power you have, the longer it takes to make these things. And some of the chipsets, there's redstone chipsets, redstone iron, redstone gold, and redstone diamond. And the more valuable they are, the longer they take to make, the more our power needs to be fed into. I almost said RF, but that's not RF. No, the more power needs to be fed in there to make them, the longer they take to make. So I'm going to want probably at least 3 times as many lasers, and I want them all burning blue. So let's see. All right, 3 pumps and 12 redstone engines and 9 combustion engines, a bunch of waterproof pipe and stuff. Okay. Go ahead here and combustion engines. Give me 9 of them. Pump. Give me 3 redstone engines. Where are you? Alright, I will need 12 of those. 6 torches. And let's see. Give me some more golden pipe so that I can get it waterproofed. Get me some wax to waterproof it with. Okay. Might as well waterproof all of it. No, I'm going to have to redstone some of it. Oh, that's right. There. Alright. Good supply of waterproof pipe. Let's just go ahead and make that into waterproofing. And you, get out of my inventory. I don't need you right now. Well, keep that on hand. Let's see. Is that going to work? Yes, it is. Not great just yet, but it's working. Let's see. Alright, they got 3 pumps. Okay, let's get some going on here. Alright, let me get about 2 blocks between. Alright, get me some stone. Go put a bottom of these things. And the third one. Alright, we're done under here for a while. I don't have the water bucket. One, 2 water buckets. All right. Okay, a couple of water buckets, one here, one there. Refill both of them. Pop one here. Bang. And a third one. All right. Get my pumps. Okay. All right, I'll have to do that way. Okay. Redstone torches here and there. And I just get my redstone engines. And there we go. All right. The pumps are coming online. Now I'm going to wait to do anything that uses the water from these until they get to the flashing red and orange like those are over there, which means they'll be able to easily handle any demand. And the water from these, I'm not going to cross with the pipeline from those. These will be specifically to supply this new batch of engines that I'm getting ready to put in. So I'm going to wait for these things to get fully hooked up, and I'm going to go ahead and lay out and place the combustion engines, and I'll be back when I'm ready to fire things up. Okay, well, the engines are up to orange, and it won't be too awfully long before they're flashing red and orange. And I figure out, look, I went ahead and I hooked up the water lines to the engines, let them everything get filled up. And I figure between that and the fact that it's going to take these guys a while to heat up to full power, to full temperature, then by that time the water pumps will be going fast. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run this line under the platform. And I've already disconnected from these, and once this pipe is empty or mostly empty, I'll break it and run it under the platform as well. And let's see, alright, I got that. Let's go down under the platform and hook up a fuel line for these guys, which is right there. Oh, maybe I need to be over just a little bit to not get in the way of that water pipe. No, not a power pipe. A waterproof pipe. And yes, I just wasted a little bit of fuel. I'll live. And down another knot. No. Yeah. Just like this. And hook up the fuel lines. And I might as well hook up a power line for the output. And I need to find where the power line is for these. Oh well. Alright. I'm gonna have to move this. And that. Let's take this one and route it over here. There. Alright, now for the lasers. And without contacting that other pipe, let's just go down, down, and over here. And get hooked up with that pipe over there. I will probably need more of this piping. Oh, so the left and right, the directions are so touchy when you're flying like this. It's hard to develop just exactly the right touch. And I haven't spent a whole lot of time in creative mode, so that makes it more challenging. And hook up to this one. Oh, really? All right. It's roundabout, but it's getting there. All right. How's the fuel supply in the engines? All right. Looks like we're good to go. Yeah. All right. Start turning these things on. And these engines are the main, or at the moment, only power supply for the lasers. And I'm already seeing better. We have blue lasers. Let's see, how much chipset? I put like a stack of redstone in there, and I've got 49 chips. And yeah, it's going to work a whole lot faster. Speaking of faster, in all this time, it was about 15, almost 20 minutes that I was waiting. And in that time, 5 dark matter. Not bad. And yes, I'm going to be upgrading everything in this thing to Mark III just as soon as I can afford enough red matter to do it. Yeah. And then, more stuff. There's one more thing that I want to get done before I end the episode. Okay. Jungle sapling. And need one of those. And I need some bone meal. Actually, I didn't need the axe that badly. Oh, I'll need it, but what I really need is just a couple of pieces of iron. Because I need to get the jungle bees going. And I need not just one sapling, I need 4 of them. And I need a bit of dirt. Doesn't matter. Alright, throw a few dirt down here. Plant jungle saplings in a 2x2 and bone meal. Bang. Shears. Vines. I'll chop the tree down later. The vines I needed for the jungle bees because that's the flower they like. I'm going to be setting up over there, another bee setup, and start getting the jungle bees going because I need their produce as well. Next time out, time to automate the bees. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.